me, I want to attend, yeah, I want to come. And we were selling those retreat and the experience and the learnings and the things we're going to do together like crazy. And then at that point, when we had enough interest, then we secured the venue.
Yeah, and that's exactly the right flow to do it in, 100%.
Perfect. I mean, it's the first time I'm doing this, so please confirm because it means I'm doing it right. You're the one who's expert in the retreat, so.
No, that's perfect. I mean, it's the best way to do it when you can get the venue to like have it on hold and then get the interest and then sell, right? It's the best way. And doing it the way you guys, because I've been watching both of you, obviously, because it is of my forte and my interest. Doing it the way you guys have been doing it is absolutely amazing. Starting the hype on social media, getting like people to, like you said, say me in public on the page, like so people are seeing the interest and the excitement, and it's building off of each other because that's exactly how we work as human beings. And then you opened up your sales page and your application, and you go from there and you make it an exclusive connecting experience. And yes, right away I noticed it was just the two of you, which honestly, I really love those style of retreats when you have like experts there to be completely focused with. The other way, the one I ran last time was where I actually did very little of my own speaking at my last retreat. I just ran and held the space for my speakers that I hired to come in. So they are two different models, and they're both amazing, and it just creates two different types of experiences.
Absolutely. Depends on what you want to give as an event organizer to the audience. Exactly. It's about thinking about the audience and say, okay, what do I want to give? And this time we choose to do it this way, and next time maybe we are doing it in a different way. I don't know, but that's the thing. We are testing, giving different experiences, and we knew that our audience wanted to spend more time with us. That's something that we knew, because we have a lot of people that are consistently saying, I would love to spend more time with you. It's like, I got enough time to spend with everyone. So come to the retreat so we can spend some intimate time together, and we have a lot of fun at the same time.
Oh yes, and it's so true, because when you're doing the style that you're doing, you want to know that you have an audience that wants to spend more time with you and wants to have that intimate connection for those days, because you are really like dependent on your guys' audience to bring in their your clients, especially when you're application based like this. So it's good to have that knowledge when you're doing it that way, with like the intimate time with just the two of you, to know that, you know, people do want to spend more time with you. You do have the following. Like I know Dez's following, for instance, is huge, and and I'm pretty sure yours is too. And so having that one-on-one experience and that time to connect with you is just it's a need, and you can feel the energy in that when you're creating it.
Exactly, and that's why we decided to do that in that way. And in terms of the audience, we decided to focus the retreat for business owners that were already six figures, and now they're ready to scale to multiple six figures or seven figures. So then the level of networking there is very relevant for people. We only have a couple of people that are not at a six-figure level, but they had before six-figure businesses, or they've been already in business for a while, and this is a new venture that they are doing. So that's the only, I think, one person that we have. And so we are very selective on the audience that is going to be there, because then they will create memories together. They will create friendship. What we want for people is to be able for them to create business opportunities way beyond the retreat. That was one of our intention. So we want to make sure that people that are there can support each other, can have complementary businesses. So then someone can introduce each other to their own audiences and create more opportunities for each other. And that for us was a major goal that we wanted to achieve for everyone who decided to join, to put the application in, on top of the experiences that they were going to have.
Oh yeah, and it makes a huge difference just to talk about, you know, having the right people at the event, which is the topic of this segment here, and it's so true, because I find so many times when I'm working with retreat goers, they get so nervous on like, well, if I do application based, I'm going to narrow down my audience, and then, I may not get, as many sales. And the thing to remember, I think, in this, and you guys haven't done it so well, is when you do application based, you are aligning those that are there. And trust me, that is so important. You're not going to lose sales by doing application based, because trust me, if you have the wrong person, just one person to come to your retreat, and they are the wrong personality to be in there, and all of a sudden you have, and I've seen this happen, I've actually been there when this starts to happen, and I've had to do some damage control on site. So I mean, it's it's always interesting. But when you have like that one person that's just like, they hate everything once they are there, or they have all these different negativities and complaints or anything like that, and they're just not the right fit, it's going to start to spread like a horrible virus, and it's going to cost you sales at the end, rather than actually doing the application, making sure you have the right people at your event, especially a retreat.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Makes such a difference. So the way you guys are running this is absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Coming from you, I really appreciate it.
I'm definitely wanting to go. Like, and the content that you, and the way you present, like the way you did I watched your video on your sales page. Right. And the way you did the video on the sales page, which is just conversation, because so many times we see sales pages with, and I mean, I get my clients to do them, and I do them as well, but so many times you see sales pages where it's just like a standard video, custom or standard or whatever, right? And it's just like, here's the prettiness of the retreat, and here's the things that are happening. But when you can actually spend the time to do like a Q&A, like kind of video that you guys have done on your sales page, I think, you tell me, because you've seen the results, I think it provides amazing conversions.
Yeah. Absolutely. It worked incredibly well. In particular, because we had an incentive for people that joined that webinar that we did. So on the very first day of launch, we said, come to join the webinar. The launch is going to be done on this day. We're going to do a live webinar where we're going to explain how it works. We're going to explain the experiences, the time. We're going to tell you the dates, where are we going, because at that point the only thing they knew that it was in Thailand, and they knew some of the feature of the location, but they didn't know the dates. They didn't know, they knew the period, which was January, but they didn't know the exact island in which we are, which is Koh Samui. And they didn't know all the other details. So what we did a quick, it was about 45 minutes webinar, where we introduced a bit more ourselves for the people that they were new. Then we introduced the aim of why we decided to start the retreat, where the retreat is going to be, and the beauty of the people are going to see. Some of the experiences as well that is going to be available for people, like swimming with the sharks and seeing these amazing waterfalls and doing charity projects with local community. And then going into the content, what this is Lava part of the content is going to be, what my part of the content is going to be, and how we are going to deliver it. Also explaining that they have 30 days in addition to the retreat. That, I think, is something important for everyone who is selling a retreat. Don't just sell the retreat in itself. Sell the retreat as part of a larger package where they get more, and the retreat is a part of it. Yeah, it becomes a much easier sale. Easier sale.
It's so many of my clients right now are doing that, where it's not just, come to this one. And I do the one-off retreats just because it's easy to put together in like a day or two. So it's, it's fun to just put together a one-day retreat. But honestly, if you're looking to do like long-term profits and make things make this like a stage for making the profit that you want in your business, doing it this like where you have it as an ongoing thing or inside a package, anything like that, it's the way to go. Like even that one I told you about with the 25K offer, there was a retreat inside that package. And it's just that's the way to go. And so many of my clients right now are doing that, where they're running, and some are running 1 or 2 retreats in the year, and some are doing 4 retreats in the year with their high level package. And it's totally, it's the way to go right now. It's the way things are flowing.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So we decided to do it to as well to give 30 days support plus a lot of other training that I've created, that Desislav has created, and then we gave an incentive for people that were joining there and then on the webinar that would apply, not that would join, that would apply there and then on the webinar. And that at that point we will direct them to the sales page, and actually the application was done and we tested this time was done via messenger bots. Mm-hmm. So all the application, and we created a messenger sequence where we knew about what they wanted to come to the event, to the retreat, what they wanted to get out, what's their level of business, what's their monthly turnover. And it made the application very interactive, and then we will take over the conversation after that messenger bot conversation, and then immediately approve the application, and then decide the payment plans, or if we had more questions to ask, have a phone call or have a longer exchange of personal messages, and then close the deal. So that's how we decided to run it this time, and I'm really happy about the results. Really happy.
Oh yeah, well, Messenger Bot right now, it's like, make it easy, right? Make it super simple for people to just do the application. It doesn't have to be a long paper form or anything like that. Super easy, and you can get Messenger Bots. I mean, there's paid offers to do your Messenger Bot. There's free ones depending on how many people are contacting your Messenger Bot. So many options. It's nothing to be afraid of when you're looking at doing things that way.
Yep, absolutely. And the main reason why we decided to apply for the Messenger Bot, it is because my calendar and Desislava calendar, they're always packed.
Oh yeah.
And also I had my birthday weekend in between, so it wasn't the best period of the year. A lot of the things were already scheduled in particular holidays. So instead of getting people to book time in my calendar, and then I was on holiday, and then having to interrupt it for a phone call, then I could just have that conversation as I was going along. So it gives me and the other person on the line, on the other side, the flexibility to have that conversation without having a set time schedule in. And then if needed to be created, then create at set time to have that conversation, but agreed both ways, without having happen in an automated way. I could have done it in a different way if I have my sales team, but because, so for example, when someone applies for our programs, they will not go through the Messenger bot, they will go through a standard application. Mm-hmm. But I have a sales team which keeps their calendar free for that reason. So
yeah.
is this time, because we never sold it before and it was the first time, we wanted to be involved and understand what people really wanted, because one of the selling points for our retreat was, you guys are creating, you're telling us what you want and we will give it to you. Mm-hmm. within limits, but tell us what you want. If we can do it, we'll give it to you.
Oh yeah, well, I think on your, okay, so just as we wrap up for a funny thing there, I think on your video on your sales page, at one point one of your attendees had asked if there was a nude beach on your
place. Yes, true.
Sorry,
do you have a nude beach there? Is there a nude beach there? I was like, I don't know, but we can ask if we can create a separate angle just for you. We have a private beach, so maybe that's possible. We ask consumers.
So some of the questions that you open yourself up to can be a little make you laugh during the day. That's definitely the thing.
Yes, absolutely.
So okay, so oh my goodness, this is my longest show, which is amazing. So we're out of time. So is there anything else that you would like to, well, first of all, actually, if they want to find out about this retreat that you and Des are doing, and Des was one of my speakers at my last retreat, and she will be one of my speakers again at Abundance Ignited in November.
Your last retreat was so amazing. It looked so amazing.
So we're going to meet it again in November, and she is one of my speakers again, of course, because she's absolutely amazing, and her content was phenomenal. So where can they find out more about your guys' retreat?
So the link that they can go to is GTeX,